my name is Mady, and I am on a journey to lose weight and you might notice that I am wearing a red shirt today, and that is because I just waxed my face or my mustache. So it's just to match my mustache. I'm hoping the redness went down, but you know, if not, it was an on-purpose decision to match my mustache. So we are back at it again, girls, gals, and non-binary pals. I'm just kidding, it's mostly ladies here. But we are back at it again with 30 plants a week for 2 weeks. I've said this in the description of another vegetable-related challenge, but I really enjoy doing these because if I'm not careful, I can sustain myself on bread and pasta. For those who didn't see the last video, this challenge is based off of a study that says that eating a wide variety of plants is just as important as getting your daily recommended servings of plants every day. I feel like that was a mouthful. Now you might notice that I am saying plants and not simply fruits and vegetables because the term plants includes anything that is plant-based. So that would be rice, legumes, nuts, seeds, probably some other things I'm missing. But not just fruits and vegetables. But I will link an article kind of breaking it down a little bit easier down below. Whenever I do these challenges, I typically make the rules harder because I want to show you guys that if I can do it on stricter rules, you can do the challenge with actual rules, which are much easier. You feel me? Maybe. Let's just keep going. So the rules for me are simple. I am only including fruits, vegetables, and legumes in my count for 30 plants. Furthermore, I'm not including certain vegetables that may be really similar to each other. If the only difference in the name specifically is the color of the vegetable, it'll count as the same for the sake of this challenge. So like if I were to eat a bag of like coleslaw mix and the ingredients are like red carrot, cabbage, green cabbage, and white cabbage, those would only count as one vegetable for the sake of this challenge. Or some fajitas with like red and yellow onion, that's going to be one plant.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
And I know that's weird, but like I said, if I can succeed with these harder rules, then you can succeed with the easier rules. And finally, this last thing isn't a rule so much as I just wanted you guys to know that I ate most of these dishes multiple times during that same week. It's just me and Henry, so we usually have leftovers. So if you see one of these dishes and you're looking at the planned content and you're like,
wait a minute, what's this? This ain't enough. Make it enough. Damn!
Then just know that I'm having those plants multiple times throughout the week. All right, as usual, let's start with breakfast, my favorite meal of the day. I'm just kidding, it's tied with the other two.
Sorry, sir, we stopped serving breakfast.
What are you talking about? We're 4 seconds late.
No, you're 30 minutes and 4 seconds late. We stopped serving breakfast at 10:30.
Ah, horse shit!
I usually keep things pretty simple for breakfast. There were a few mornings where I'd have like basic ass oatmeal and berries. And I also really like a good like bagel with some avocado and like topped with an egg and some cream cheese and stuff. Who doesn't? Omelets are also a really easy way to get in a lot of vegetables. And no, that is not shredded cheese that I'm putting in this clip. It is the Simply potato hash browns that I just cannot seem to get right in the air fryer. They probably aren't meant for the air fryer. But as a millennial, I believe in my air fryer the way the people of Gotham believe in Harvey Dent. Every now and then I really like to make shakshuka, so I decided to make it for this challenge as well. The recipe has lentils, and lentils are a surefire way to help me with regularity. One day, Henry actually went to Starbucks as well, and he got me this like spinach and feta egg white wrap, and it's also got some tomato in it. And they're really good, but like with all things at Starbucks, they're very expensive. So I ended up making my own using this short from this chick. I think you pronounce her name Move It Mia G, but it's all one word. And listen, I just want to sidebar real quick. This girl does not need my shout out. This girl has almost 11,000 subscribers on YouTube. She has lost over 40 pounds. She is killing it. However, I don't know what it is. But every time I see her content on my YouTube, my Facebook, Instagram, wherever, she is getting like negative, nitpicky, hateful little comments. And I don't know why, but seeing like crappy comments on like smaller creators, I'm a tiny creator, she's a smaller creator. People doing their thing and doing their best really freaking bothers me. That's something I need to work on internally. Like I've gotten my fair share of, now and then like snarky little comments, and it is what it is. But usually like the comments on other people's content bothers me. This has nothing to do with the video. Like I said, she doesn't need my shout out. But if you end up going check out that short or check out any of her other content, leave her a little love in the form of a nice comment. Like shove that negativity down because nobody needs that. All right. Again, nothing to do with the video. I watch her stuff and she usually always has a little hater in there. One of my more controversial breakfast choices, and yes, I said controversial because like poor Move It With Mia G, somebody would likely have a problem with this because it's one of my more debatable breakfast choices. Okay, I'm just going to come out with it. I had one of those naked smoothie drinks. Now, I do include regular like fruits and vegetables smoothies in my diet, and I do count those toward my plant intake in my daily life. However, something about buying it, I'm just like, I feel like almost wrong. And there was a time in my life that I thought these naked juice smoothie things were healthy. And I'm not saying you shouldn't drink them, but they do have a lot of sugar in them for what they are. So to boost the nutritional content, I ended up adding about 3/4 of a cup of this just unflavored, unsweetened protein powder and about 8 ounces of water, kind of gradually combined the two, blended it, put it in a bigger cup. And I did enjoy that entire thing for breakfast. I only included the fruit on the left side of the panel that I'm going to show, whatever you would call that, in the plant count. I didn't include all that other stuff just because it didn't feel like enough. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have included the kiwi either because, fun fact, I'm actually allergic to kiwi. Not severely, and I drank this whole thing and it didn't bother me. But yeah, your girl has a little kiwi allergy, but that's okay. That's okay. This didn't trigger that, so I probably shouldn't have included the kiwi in the count, but it's too late. It's too late. I can't go back. And then last, but definitely not least in the breakfast category, I really always try to find something fun and outside of the box for these videos, and I found something that spoke to my soul. So let's just let past matey take it away. Nobody judge my bonnet or this horrendous lighting. I have my second to last plant of the week. You might be like, matey, is that avocado? This is terrible lighting. No, it's peas. I'm ready to eat it now. I saw this short on, well, actually it was a reel on Facebook, of all places, basically singing the praises of smashed peas on toast. Essentially making it like an avocado toast, but not. So I don't have much time. I'm going to the dentist this morning, so let's give this a go. I'm gonna do another bite. Honestly, it's pretty good. Now, I will say, I didn't make the recipe exactly like hers, purely because I didn't have mint. She made her recipe for 4 servings. There was something else. And I didn't put that much olive oil in it. Like, she was like 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm like, woman, that's like 240 calories. I'm not here for that. God, this lighting really is bad. But this is pretty good. It is more to do than avocado. And I would say it's on par. I don't know that peas are as nutritionally dense. But if you're looking for a change, I'm going to eat it. It's fucks withable. All right. And the reason that this speaks to my soul is you guys might remember from like, I want to say my very first vegetable video, that when I was a kid, my favorite food was peas. Specifically the way my mother prepared them with copious amounts of butter. Don't get me wrong. Having said that, I still love peas, and that was a really solid breakfast. If I did it again, I would have to find a way to add some protein, maybe eat some bacon on the side. I don't think it would taste right if I topped it with an egg the way I did with like avocado toast, but it really hit. I really enjoyed it. It scratched an itch I didn't know needed scratching. Snacks wise, I would say I had a good range from basic to creative. You don't want to be like in the kitchen taking forever to prepare your snacks. I definitely ate a fair amount of fruit and peanut butter both weeks, which was something I really got into doing my no added sugar challenge. I know that's like a basic snack for most people, but I don't know, I got more into it. All right, forgive the terrible lighting, but we have here a snack worth 2 plant points. Apples and peanuts. Nobody judge my hair. I'm about to take a bath, and that's why I look like a founding father. But you might be like, matey, what the hell? You said that you were only counting fruits, vegetables, and beans for this challenge. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Peanuts are a legume. That's right, they're a legume. I don't really know why. I just know that that's why they're not good for Whole30, so they count. Get wrecked. Okay. All right, I'm done now. So just a Honeycrisp apple and some peanut butter just smacks. Last time around, I got this like assorted fruit thing from Walmart, and I didn't want to do a complete repeat of that. So instead, this time I got a vegetable tray. And I don't like celery, but if you drown anything in ranch, it's gonna be okay. And it was actually solid. I've also vented in the past that I don't like cucumber, and that's because cucumber is just crunchy water. And as a sushi lover, it ruins the texture for me. All right, this is my last sidebar story, I swear. This freaking video has more cutaways than a freaking episode of Family Guy.
Can't believe that judge is making us go to a month of AA.
You know, if you ask me, this is gonna be a good thing for both of you. There's a lesson you need to learn.
What are you talking about? What lesson? I don't need to go to AA. I'm a social drinker, not an alcoholic.
Yeah, that's like saying rappers are really poets.
I'm not saying she's a gold digger, but she's not messing with... Who isn't she messing with?
So I went to this sushi restaurant, and I'm not going to say the name of it because it is a chain and there may be one near you. And I asked for no cucumber in my sushi roll. And this place was kind of expensive for what it was. Like, you know, $14 to $16 for like basic rolls, I think. And when they brought out my roll, it was a rice roll. I mean, there was a little bit in it, but it was basically a rice roll. And I never do this. I swear I never do this because it gives Major Karen vibes, but I left a bad review. I asked for no cucumber, and this is just a rice roll.
Well, you could have ordered light rice.
And had a $16 mini roll? All of that ranting about cucumber aside, because you might be like, Matey, what does this have to do with anything? I ordered a zucchini in my grocery order, and they sent over a cucumber instead. And you know what? I actually needed an extra plant. I was struggling to come up with something else. And so I did. I ate it as part of my plant count. I even filmed myself eating it because I wanted to prove to you guys that I actually ate it. I don't dislike it as much as I used to, but I still don't care for it too much. All right, despite this being a video about plants, I feel like it's been a little ranty, so we got to move on. One of the last snacks I had was like some toasted up chickpeas and edamame, just kind of toasted up in a pan. Henry actually really enjoyed this, and I enjoy it too. Like in terms of snacks, it's like semi-high protein, so we're here for that. But like, clumped up frozen edamame really gives me the heebie-jeebies. Does anyone else like that? Like, I don't know what it is. All right, and finally moving on to lunch/dinner. I did try all new recipes from what I tried last time. I did stick to some basics, you know, turkey burger with vegetables, this really good panko crusted pork chop with vegetables, and like some fish tacos. I really love good fish tacos. I try to eat fish once or twice a week, you know, for fertility, for Mediterranean diet, stuff like that. Henry actually found this really good freaking recipe for like this zucchini that you make, like almost like you would make a Mexican roasted street corn. I love roasted street corn. And I don't know that I would say it was like that. It was like maybe like a distant cousin of Mexican roasted street corn. And it was a little spicy, but as a side, pretty damn good. I also had some Zuppa Toscana soup. Shout out to Olive Garden. I've actually tried many homemade variations of Zuppa Toscana, and I've tried a keto version that called for cauliflower instead of potato in the past. So I'll link the recipe that I did down below, but I actually ended up adding cauliflower to this version just to get even more plants into that one meal. The cauliflower was actually a welcome ingredient. I really enjoyed it. I don't feel like it took away from the soup at all. I really am not a fan. Like, I like coconut milk, but like, I don't like that a lot of vegan cooking is like, just throw some coconut milk in there because it all starts to taste the same. I'm sorry to the vegans. My apologies to the vegans. But basically, if I were to do it again, I would probably try like broth and heavy whipping cream. So if you guys are interested in like me trying to make a recipe for, you guys, if you want to try it, let me know. I might do it anyway in like a vlog. We are in soup season. I am here for it. Another night I made this like vegan lentil bolognese. Am I saying that right? And it was really solid. Do not skip the fresh basil on top. The fresh basil really helped brighten it, and it really just emphasized and it made the taste better. I don't know what it is about, I guess red lentils specifically, because I haven't tried a ton of types of lentils. Red lentils give food like a really like deep, robust taste, and it can be a little bit overpowering. So if I made this recipe again, I might actually just switch the lentils out for a little bit of ground meat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Again, my apologies to the vegans. The vegans are quaking. I don't know that any vegans watch my channel. I also had this egg roll in a bowl recipe that I actually eat a lot beside this challenge. I tried a lot of new things for this challenge, but egg roll in a bowl, she is a staple in our house. It's one of Henry's favorite recipes. The recipe also calls for like some cauliflower, like rice cauliflower as a base. So I did that because that's like at least 4 plants right there. The channel Plant You was actually the one that turned me on to this challenge in the first place. I had never heard about this study, and I have tried several of her recipes and they all slap. However, I did try this squash and carrot soup one, and it was a little weird. Okay, it was a little weird, but that's not really her fault. I don't have a high-powered blender. I have a cheap blender and a food processor. And so mine, despite roasting it in the oven for a longer period of time and everything, she ended up a little chunky and a little weird. And I could definitely tell that hers was smooth and delicious, so my bad. Having said that, despite these qualms, that ham and cheese sandwich that went with it, well, I just put it with it, but I added a ham and cheese sandwich with it. Everybody likes a little cheese sandwich whenever they have soup, and I needed more protein. So ham and cheese it was. For some reason, I am salivating thinking about it, but like it really lended itself to the taste of the soup. I don't know why. They just went together. So if you make it, make a little ham and cheese grilled sandwich. You heard it here first. I also tried her recipe for like this veggie pot pie, and nobody judge how weird it looks, all right? The puff pastry I had was not quite big enough for the pan that I used, even though I used the size pan that she called for, just didn't get the right size puff pastry. Is it me, or does it look kind of like flesh? I'm sorry, I'm clearly in a weird mood today. So yeah. I will say if I did it again, I would once again probably add some diced chicken. It was lacking in the protein, okay? But it was solid, and I probably could have eaten half the pan if I had allowed myself. Last but not least, we did get some food one night. One time, we went to Chipotle, and I got a burrito bowl. I've done this in many past videos. I'm not like a girly who's like obsessed with Chipotle by any means, but it is just nice to have a healthy option and have a go-to, and Chipotle is just my go-to. But that is it. Overall, I feel like the last time I did this, I was really trying to pack as many plants as possible into each meal. And so there were some meals last time around that had like 10 plus plants. This time around, it was more like the tortoise rather than the hare. But we're here for her. That's more my style anyway. I was nickel and diamond my way to 30 plants, and ain't no shame in my game. But like I said, I do really enjoy these challenges, and if you guys have any other plant or food related challenges that you'd like me to try, drop a comment down below. And as always, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. The YouTube wizards love that stuff for the growth of my channel. But other than that, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Bye.